guys. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are having a blessed day so far. I wanted to share a message today with you. It's a very special day for me. It's a day when God's promises are becoming a reality, and it's the right day to share this message. I wanted to share with you a dream that I had probably 5, 6 months ago. I remember that particular day, I'd been sick the whole day. I'd been really suffering from headaches. I usually get a migraine, a headache now and then, and especially when I'm stressed out. That's typically me, in a way, reflecting the pain or the stress that I have. Usually it is through my headaches. And that day I'd been sick in bed the whole day. And I received a phone call from my ex-employer. I had made an application for a new job within the company, and the human resources they called me. They called me and they told me that the job that I had applied for was I was rejected, in fact, and that they had given the role to somebody else, basically to a colleague of mine who was sitting next to me. I will never forget that day because the pain was inexplicable. It was very hard for me to accept those news. It was extremely hard to be sick in bed and get those kind of news. And because, even more because I've been dreaming and applying for that role for, in a way, it was kind of a dream job, and that I had been trying for a long while. And there is this new person who joined my team, and though, as you already know, we are not supposed to feel ambitious or jealousy about anybody else, but we are only humans. And at that moment, I felt it was very unfair towards me, that they gave the job to this new person. Nevertheless, I got the news. The lady on the phone call, she said, regardless of your application, regardless of your efforts, keep going, do not give up, and keep going. And I took that message really straight as it was sent to me. I was really depressed. I was really at a place of brokenness at that moment. I remember that I went back to bed. I cried so much that I don't remember myself to have cried so much. I had so much pain in me, and I must have passed out as I was crying. I did not pray or anything, I just cried a lot. And I know though that as I was sleeping, I had this dream of a massive cross coming my way. It was at it was at a height of probably second floor, if you can imagine, like you are on the first floor and you see it from the second floor. So it was much higher than I. I was on the floor, actually. I was on the ground, crying non-stop in my dream, and I see this cross coming my way. As it was coming my way, it was becoming bigger and bigger. I was crying so much, and in the dream, I realized that I was at the event of the crucifixion of Jesus. I was on the foot of his cross, basically. And at that point, I just couldn't stop in my dream. I was crying as much as I was crying in reality, in fact. As I was really in that place of brokenness that there was no consolation. Because I felt as if all my dreams and all my wishes and all my efforts were for nothing. And it just makes me cry even now when I think about that dream, because it was so significant. I see the cross arriving towards me, and before crossing, before passing from me to continue, it was as if the cross was, it was the moment of the crucifixion. I cannot really explain it properly, and sorry for my English, this is not perfect. But I saw Jesus from the cross. I could not clearly see his face because there was massive light behind the cross. So I could see the cross, it was black. I could see Jesus' face, but I could not see his eyes, or I could not identify really his face, how it really looked like very well, because there was a massive light behind his body. What I can tell you guys is that he smiled to me from the cross. He was on the cross, he was dying, he was at the moment of crucifixion. Yet he was smiling at me. He was looking at me down. I was crying for him and for his crucifixion in my dream. And he was looking at me. Instead of thinking about himself that he was on the cross, he was looking at me and he smiled at me. At that very moment, he asked a couple of other ladies that were dressed in black. I had that feeling that those ladies were like, I don't know if you can imagine the movie that we have seen, The Crucifixion, but I could see there Virgin Mary, I could see there the other ladies, Maria Magdalene, and all the other women that were present in Jesus' crucifixion. And through his cross, he looked at this woman and he said, please help her. And all of these ladies, they came around me. They surrounded me. They were all dressed in black. It was exactly as if I was there in the crucifixion of Jesus. And instead of us giving him a consolation, instead of us actually trying in a way to help him, he was trying to help us on through his cross. And for me, his smile, the way he smiled at me, is as if I understand your pain, I understand at what place you are, I understand how you feel, and I'm sending support, I'm sending people through your way. Sorry for the noise on the background. So yeah, that was my dream. The reason why I'm sharing this message to you guys, with you guys today, is because today is the day that God has sent me a massive financial aid my way. I lost the job that I was in discussion, that I was telling you about. I lost it. I gave up. I in the end, I just got out of that place because it wasn't the right place for me. And like, I figured that in life, even if you try, you need to know if you are trying, if what you are doing is falling on the good soil. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand if the soil you are putting the effort is worth it, because no matter how much you try, if you are trying to plant something on top of stones, it's never gonna work. So in a way, God was trying to teach me, to tell me something through that experience, that it's not worth it. Anyway, long story short, I got out of that place. I am now at home. I am with my family. God has made sure He has protected me from COVID and from everything else that is plaguing the world nowadays. And I couldn't be more grateful for that. But today I received a massive financial aid from Jesus. And I just could not stop thinking about that dream that I had months ago. And that, you know, I don't think any of us would have thought that love for God is not an obligation, guys. If you are in your life looking for a friend, don't go further. Just look for Jesus. He's your best friend. He's your father. He's your brother. He's your friend. He's your mentor. Don't go further. Just look for Jesus. Even if you have zero friends, even if you have zero family, even if you have zero support from the world, God is your support. Jesus is your support. He will do anything for you. Nobody loves you more than Jesus. And I just don't have, I really don't have words to explain how I feel right now, because I don't know if I would have been anyway even thinking about this financial aid. It has just blown my mind away. And that's why I'm saying God's ways are higher than ours. His love is higher than ours. His generosity, his kindness, his open heart is much bigger than ours. It's much, much bigger than what we can understand. So please do not give up on God. Please do not give up your faith. Believe in God. He is there for you. He is every day of your life. He knows what's happening with you. You only have to talk it out to Him. I hope this dream, this message of mine, give you some kind of consolation, no matter where you are in your life, no matter where you are at right now. Pray to God. Give thanks that you are alive. Give thanks that you are still here and healthy. And never stop praying. Never stop talking to God. I figure that even the prayers sometimes are not sufficient. God wants our heart. God wants us to talk to Him. Talk as if he was there with you, as if He was your friend. And what would you say to your friend? Say to Jesus. Talk to Jesus directly. You don't have to do any official formal praise. You just have to talk to Him, and He will teach you. He will bring you back home. That's my message for today, guys. Sorry that I'm in tears right now, because I just don't know exactly how to express this one in English. Maybe it doesn't come the way I would have wanted it to say it, but I just want to say that I could not be more grateful for all that God has done for me. And I hope He will do the same for you. You just need to turn to Him. You just need to look at Him. You just need to keep your eyes on Jesus. Stay well, stay blessed.